If divorce is on the table right now and you make the wrong first move, you will grease the wheels of the divorce train. Most men do exactly that. They panic, they beg, they promise to change, and it pushes her even further away. Let me show you what to do instead. Hey, I'm Noah Allen, and I help high achieving men save their marriages even when their wives are emotionally shut down or divorce papers are already filed. And here's what I've seen time and time again when divorce hits the table. Men go into crisis mode. They start throwing everything at the wall, hoping something sticks. They apologize for things they don't even do. They send flowers, write letters, they promise they'll change, and their wife just pulls further away. Why? Because none of that addresses the real problem. Think about it like this. Imagine you've been driving on 4 bald tires for years. You've been slipping and sliding, ignoring the warning signs, telling yourself you'll deal with it later, and then one day you lose control and crash into a ditch. Now you're stuck. And instead of fixing the tires, you're out there washing the car, waxing hood, telling the tires you're sorry. The tires don't care about the apology. They need air and tread a long time ago. That's what most men do when divorce hits the table. They focus on the surface when the foundation has been bleeding for years. Today, I'm going to show you the first move you must make. Not the second move, not the backup plan, the first move. The one that stops the bleeding before you can even think about rebuilding. Here's what you need to understand. Your wife doesn't trust your words anymore. She hears them. She's heard them. She's heard I'll change. She's heard I get it now. She's heard just give me one more chance. And every single time, you went right back to the old version of you. So now when divorce is on the table and you start making promises, her brain doesn't even register it. It's like background noise. Imagine you hired a contractor to fix your roof. He shows up late 3 times, leaves the job half done twice. He promises to finish next week, but he never does. And finally, you fire him. And the next day he shows up at your door and saying, I promise I'll finish this time, trust me. Would you believe him? No, because he violated your trust through actions, not through words. Your wife is the same way. She's not waiting for another promise. She's waiting to see if you act differently. And that brings us to the first move you must make. It's not about convincing her. It's not about proving you've changed. It's about creating a foundation that she can actually see and feel. I call this the signal fire framework. Back in the day, when tribes got separated, they would light signal fires, not to force anyone back to the camp, but to show that the camp still exists, that there was warmth, safety, shelter. The fire didn't chase anyone. It just burned bright enough that people could find their way back when they were ready. That's what you need to do right now. You need to become the signal fire, not chasing, not begging, not convincing, just burning steady. Here's how you do it. Step 1, stop all contact that feels desperate. No more long texts, no more emotional calls, no more showing up unannounced, trying to talk things through. Every time you do that, you're showing her you're still the old version, the one who reacts, the one who can't hold this frame. Step 2, start working on yourself in a way that she can actually see. This doesn't mean posting gym selfies. This doesn't mean telling her about your therapy sessions or all your change. It means showing up differently in small moments. Calm when you used to be reactive. Present when you used to be distracted. Clear when you used to be all over the place. Step 3 is create safety through consistency. This is the most important part. Your wife is watching to see if you're actually different or if this is just another temporary performance. So you show up the same way, day after day. Not perfect, but consistent. Word backed by action. That's the signal fire. It doesn't flicker. It doesn't go out when things get hard. It keeps burning. Now listen, if you're sitting there right now and divorce is on the table, or your wife has already said that she's done, you don't have time to figure this out on your own. Every day you wait is another day she's building a life without you in it. I work with high-achieving men like you who are facing separation or divorce papers and don't want to lose their family. Book a free clarity call with me down below. We'll map out exactly what bleeding points are in your marriage and build a plan to stop it. Links in the description. Don't wait until it's too late. Here's what most men get wrong. They want to skip straight to rebuilding. They want to win her back. They want to fix everything overnight. But you can't rebuild on a foundation that's still bleeding. Think about it like this. If you get in a car accident and you had a deep cut on your arm, the paramedics won't start stitching you up while you're still bleeding. They stop the bleeding first. They add pressure, stabilize it, maybe throw a tourniquet on it. Then, once the bleeding stops, they can start the repair work. Your marriage is the same way. There are bleeding points, places where trust has been violated over and over and over, And until you identify those bleeding points and stop the bleeding, nothing you do will matter. This is why the emotional healing process is the first stage of our work. Not because it feels good, but because it's necessary. You have to go layers deep. You have to find out where the wound started, where the trust broke, where you stopped showing up. And you have to own it, not with words, but with action. Now, here's the part most men don't want to hear. You are your own kryptonite, not your wife, not the divorce lawyer, not the circumstances. You, the version of yourself that got you here, is the same version that will keep you stuck. So, the first move you must make isn't external, it's internal. You have to build what I call is the man of steel mindset. This is the mindset that says, I'm going to lead from a place of strength no matter what happens. Not strength like ignoring your emotions, not strength like pretending everything's fine, strength like having a solid internal foundation that doesn't crumble when your wife says that she's done. Imagine you're building a skyscraper. The first thing you do isn't putting up a pretty glass windows. It's dig deep into the ground and pour a foundation of steel and concrete. The deeper the foundation, the taller the building can go. Your internal work is the same. The deeper you go, the more unshakable you become. And when you become unshakable, your wife starts to notice, not because you told her, but because she can feel it. This is what separates men who save their marriage from men who watch them fall apart. The men who save their marriages do the deep internal work, even when it's uncomfortable, even when their wife isn't watching, even when there's no one guarantee it will work. They do it because it's the right move, and that's the first move you must take. Look, I know this isn't what you want to hear. You probably clicked this video hoping I'd give you a magical phrase or a secret tactic that would make your wife come back to you. But here's the truth. There is no magic. There's only consistent masculine leadership that rebuilds trust, one small action at a time. And that starts with you making the first move. Not the move that feels good, the move that's necessary. Stop the bleeding, build the signal fire, become the man of steel, and then once the foundation is solid, you can start the process of emotional shifting and bonding. But you can't skip steps. You can't rush it. You have to trust the process. I've worked with men who were on the last legs of divorce. Papers filed, separation agreement signed, lawyers paid, and they still turned it around. Not because they got lucky, but because they made the first move. They stopped trying to convince her. They started leading from a place of internal strength. And their wife noticed. Not right away, but eventually. Because consistency beats intensity every single time. So here's what I want you to do. If divorce is on the table, and if you're ready to stop guessing and start leading, book a free call with me. We'll go through exactly what's bleeding in your marriage. We'll identify the first move you need to make, and we'll build a plan that gives you clarity, confidence, and a path forward. This isn't therapy. This isn't fluffy mindset work. This is strategic masculine leadership designed for high-achieving men who are used to solve problems and want a system that works. Links in the description below. Don't wait until it's too late. The first move you make determines everything that happens next. Make it count. I'm Noah Allen. This is the Heroic Husband Method. Let's rebuild your marriage.